I don't know. Let's see.
Who is Ida B. Wells?
My name is Keziah Lewis.
And my name is Eric Cup II. And we will be talking about
Ida B. Wells.
Ida Bell Wells was an African-American investor, journalist, educator, and an early leader in the civil rights movement. She was one of the founders of the National Advancement of Colored People. She was born on July 16, 1862, in Holly Springs, Mississippi. She had 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Ida attended Fisk University in Tennessee and eventually enrolled into the historically black liberal arts program at West College, which is formerly known as Shaw College in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Years later, Ida died at the age of 69.
Before there was a Rosa Parks, there were Ida B. Wells, an abolitionist and feminist woman who led an anti-lynching crusades in the United States in the 1890s. She went on to strive for African American justice.
Ida B. Wells was the most prominent anti-lynching campaigner in the United States. From the early 1890s, she labored mostly alone in her efforts to raise the nation's awareness and indignation about these unusual, unpunished murders. In 1909, however, she gained a powerful ally in the newly formed National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP.
I owed it to myself and to my race to tell the whole truth, now that I was where I could do so freely. Accordingly, the 4th week in June, the New York Age had a 7-column article on the front page giving names, dates, and places of many lynchings for alleged rape. This article showed conclusively that my article in the Free Speech was based on facts of illicit association between black men and white women. I found that white men who had created a race of mulattoes by raping and consorting with Negro women, these same white men lynched, burned, and tortured Negro men for doing the same thing with white women, even when the white women were willing victims. The Age printed 10,000 copies of that issue and broadcast them throughout the country and the South. 1,000 copies were sold in the streets of Memphis alone.
Ida used the last days of her life writing books. She wrote over 10 books speaking about life in the South and the impact it had on African Americans. She was most remembered as a journalist, a feminist, a public speaker, and a civil rights activist. Ida spent her last days in Chicago when she died at the age of 69 because of a kidney infection.